Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Pac-Man here once again, and I am back for yet again for the likes of the Merxy Toys videos once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Wii Party for the Nintendo Wii. So in last weekend is the fact that we actually did tackle through not only Board Game Island, but also Globetrot as well. And in fact, between these two game modes right here, I actually did manage to able to win both of those modes in the closest victory if possible. So as a result, I feel like a sense of accomplishment here. So today, for this video is the fact that we are moving on to the next mode in terms of Wii Party, and this appears to be known as Me of a Kind. So yeah, let's dive straight into this, shall we? Just to see how this gameplay actually functions for, so swap out your Mii characters to get 3 of a kind dressed in the matching colors. And this will pretty much take you about 30 to 45 minutes if tops. So as a result, I think this mode is also known as Swap Meet. For those of you who lived in North America, knows exactly what I'm about to say. So as you can see, I immediately switch over to a different meet this time, which appears to be based off from Disney Pixar's Inside Out, which appears to be Joy herself, because obviously Inside Out film is awesome, so yeah, you probably expect it by this point. So, now if you couldn't tell already, this is my second attempt for this recording session, not just by the forms of the capture footage, but also my commentary as well, which I'll explain more now in a second. From the get-go, before you start the game, you can choose either between 3 sets or 5 sets. So, for this particular point, I'm going to be going for 5 sets, just to make things a little bit more, let's say, interesting and lengthy at the same time, plus because I'm still a part of the YouTube partnership. So, hello and welcome to Me of a Kind. Yeah, apologize for that weird voice I just did right there, but usually I always speak like that, especially when Party Phil just shows up. So, yeah, let's see the rules of the Me of the Kind. In this game, the goal is to collect 2 sets of 3 Mii characters wearing the same color outfits. From the 4 in the center, each player picks 1 Mii to swap with one of his or her own. Alright. Players choose Mii characters from the middle in the order they placed in a minigame each round. If you manage to get 2 rows of 3 matching Mii characters, that's a 3 times 2. Once you've played the chosen number of sets, the player with the most points is the winner. Good luck! So yeah, basically, this is exactly how this mode plays out. Basically, much like the forms of how it does in the other 2 modes we've played, obviously we still need to play minigames. So in this case, this minigame will decide the order of play of this round. So, if I somehow get in first place, though, in one of those minigames in general, then obviously I'll be the first player to able to pick one of those Miis. And then vice versa for second, third, or fourth. So, anyways, let's get to it with Spotlight Fights right here again. I think the last time we actually played this minigame was actually on Board Game Island. So, and I somehow managed able to claim my victory at the very end of Board Game Island by very lucky with all that getting a 6 during the forms of that particular dice rolls as far as I'm concerned. So, anyways, let's get to the forms of today's discussion by this point. As I said before, this is my second attempt for not only for capture footage, but also my commentary as well. For the game footage itself, obviously my capture card gets all glitched out all of a sudden. And as far as commentary goes, my microphone also glitches out as well. So because of this though, yeah, it's not a great sign, especially noticeable because, well, since we still have that microphone, ever since in 2020, the worst year we've ever experienced so far, well, at the very least, it's something, I suppose. So, anyways, let's see if, since I've got the blue, so that's the color I probably won't need because, obviously, as you can see on screen, I've got myself 2 purples, 2 reds, and 2 platinums. So, by the way, those platinum outfits for those Miis are very rare. And also, if you do somehow manage able to get 3 in a row when it comes to those Mii Platinum outfits, basically you get additional points. Because as you can tell, in order to win this particular game mode, is the fact that we need to rank up points based off on what specific color outfits you're able to obtain for certain Miis and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's basically how this game mode works. So, but hopefully though, by the time until later on throughout the day, I will try my best if the actual, the video quality, well, it still looks good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just hoping that I don't get screwed over by not only occasional capture card glitches, but also my commentary gets a little bit jinxed up, and especially noticeable, it doesn't help about the fact that, well, obviously today's day is of course the 18th of June today, in this case in 2022 today, so it looks like about the fact the matter is though is the fact that I believe we've only got about 12 more days to go until specifically Cuphead the Delicious Last Course DLC, and from what I've seen the gameplay footage, they only showed us the forms of the actual overworld hub world, as well as the forms of the actual gameplay with the third playable character. I'm not exactly sure what her name is though, because it's been a very long while since I actually managed to know about Cuphead, so I do apologize for that. And also they've shown us a new title screen which actually features not only Cuphead and Mugman, but also with the forms of that third playable character as well, which I, like I said before, I do apologize for that, forgetting the actual third and final playable character's name was, so. But exponentially speaking though actually, when it comes to Cuphead itself, actually I'll get to more in a second, because as you can tell, we actually stumbled across the forms of one of those special effect Miis. So in this case though, as you can tell already, that we already come across into ourselves the Trade Mii, although I'll get to more in a second, because, well, 5 seconds is up. I'm always great at this stuff, especially noticeable it requires so much of concentration. But you know, I'm very great with all that stuff. So, anywho, because as far as you can clearly tell already, because of how the fact that recently in the UK right now, oh man, the weather itself is actually way hotter than I expected. So because of that though, I will open the window and also turn on the fan as well, just because, my god, it's actually way hotter than the forms of the past few days so far, even for the actual June as a result for this point as well. But relatively speaking though, because recently Ray and I were able to actually to pack up during later on today, because, well, we only got about, I would say, 3 days left until we decide to go to Cyprus, so that'll be hyped. Alright, chops. We already played this before, so hopefully, time to chop up some more vegetables. In this case, this time we're chopping up the onion, I guess? But I still managed able to win regardless. So, anyway, another thing I would like to explain when it comes to Cuphead itself, apparently though, at some point, maybe in the 2 months or 3 months to be more specific, that eventually they might get ourselves the physical version of Cuphead for the Switch at some point. Well, aside from the fact that in addition to able to include the base game, but also with the forms of the DLC as well. So that would be pretty exciting, all things considered. Especially because, well, relatively speaking, that it kind of does the same thing for the likes of the forms of, well, let's just say Sonic Mania, where basically though is the fact that they've got the DLC and then eventually they get the physical version afterwards. So, yeah, it's kind of similar to Sonic Mania, except, well, basically though is the fact that, well, speaking of Sonic Mania actually, recently I've managed to re-download the game on the digital version, so because of that though, because the thing is, while I still really enjoy Sonic Mania, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that, well, I'm gonna still keep the actual physical version of Sonic Mania Plus on the Switch, because I love collecting physical stuff, especially noticeable for Sonic the Hedgehog's case. So because of this though, I decided to actually just to feel like switching between game cards for certain titles might be felt a bit tedious for me, so as a result of that kind of stuff though, I think I should probably stick around with digital stuff only for certain Switch games. Not all of them, mind you, but some of them anyway, so And I'm not exactly sure if I'm also do the same thing on the Wii U, because despite the fact that we've only just got about roughly 2 months for now until the eShop thing is about to close and dead forever. So as a result of that kind of stuff though, it might be hard to tell at this rate. So yeah, that's as far as mainly the case. So alright, so let's see what she has to do. She got, oh jeez, she got a platinum. So, and if you do get the platinum though, you get yourselves, I would say 3 additional points, because as you can tell, I've already got myself 9 points on the first set. So, and I think that's, as soon as you're able to actually get 3 times 2, you'll basically move on to the next set. So, and unfortunately I got myself a Clear Me special effect, which allows you to able to replace the 3 previous Miis that you've got and replace them as the new ones. So yeah, it might not be that effective though in my opinion. But a zombie tag. Zombies? Don't let them tag you or you'll turn into one. On the bright side, you'll get to chase the other players. That will be exciting to able to play this. Hold the Wii remote horizontally and use directional pad to move. So who's gonna be zombified? Oh my gosh, Sonic is now into zombie mode! Although I'm guessing he's got possessed by that ugly Sonic from the likes of not only the first ever debut trailer for Sonic movie, but Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Oh god, we got cornered! God! Oh my goodness, that was actually really close. Because I almost gonna get myself a zombie tag by myself, so that was definitely a close call. But I'll take first place anyway though, so I guess that's that. Alright, so here's what I'd be thinking. I need, I don't know. I really don't know about the blue though, so I'm just gonna give it a pass. So, anywho, another thing I would like to explain about this actually, I could have able to actually steal the green from her, because otherwise, she'll also get 9 points as well, so, yeah, I shouldn't see that coming. But there's also the forms of, I would say 3 times 3 result, I guess? Well, it's been donkey's years since I actually last played this game mode, because, well, as far as I'm aware, I'm still pretty much used to playing, 2 of those game boards, which are, you know, Board Game Island and Globe Trot, but it knows what it is for the most part, because I'm more accustomed to those game modes the most, because, you know, interact with the forms of certain things. It also has a lot of emphasis on luck, so... Anyway, so let's go with Feathered Frenzy again, so hopefully we'll grab, you know, some more feathers, and, you know, avoid the leaves, and hope for the best. So, anyway, because of that though, did I already mention about the forms of today's day? I'm gonna say this again anyway, it was, June 18th, isn't it? Yeah, it's June 18th today, so... Just in case I want to classify for the actual releases and all that stuff though, but it knows what it is, I guess. Oh, and also another thing I would like to explain about this as well. Recently, Disney's Hercules is now 25 years old in America. So, yeah, happy 25th anniversary, Hercules. In this case, I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite childhood memories in terms of the forms of Disney movies, along with the forms of other movies as well, like Aladdin, The Lion King, as well as the forms of other miscellaneous movie nostalgias, as far as I do have a lot of strongly nostalgia for, which are Ants, and also Chicken Run, Shrek 1, Shrek 2, and you probably name the rest. So, as a result though, well, let's not think about the films of trying to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Shrek the 3rd though, because that film sucks. Alright, follow your face. Can you follow the cup that's hiding your ball? Correct answers are worth an additional point each round. Alright, after each round, point the Wii remote at the cup you think it's hiding your ball and press A. To be honest with this point, guys, I'm not very good at this minigame because it actually requires a lot, I mean a lot of concentration, so... You know, think of like a shell game from, you know, in Mario Party 1, except, well, this makes things a bit tougher, so... Oh boy. I hate to see how this is going. At least I got that one correct. Well, at least on the first round isn't too, you know, too difficult. But the second round and the third round, oh my god, it gets way too tough. Especially because you have to rely on a lot of concentration here. But we'll just see what happens there. Ah, darn it all. I can't believe I messed it up. Alright, here we go. 3-point match. Oh, jeez. This one maybe? Ooh. Oh, darn it all. I'm not very great at this minigame though, but I'll take, let's just say 3rd place. But that doesn't excuse the fact that my concentration did sometimes suck. So, because unlike the shell game in Mario Party 1, that I usually concentrate that minigame just fine, because obviously runs at 50 FPS, so... Or, no, sorry, 50 Hz mode, I should say. So, yeah, I have no idea why it just feels a little bit more of a technical busy here, but, I digress. She only got like 1 more red, so wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I'll go for the purple anyway, so I definitely need 1 more purple in order to be able to rank up more points, so... yeah, you probably get the idea about the fact that this is the reason why this uploading schedule can take a bit of a while, because, obviously, technical difficulties. Face flip. 1 card in each row has your Mii face on it. The first player to flip over all 3 of his or her cards wins. Alright, seems like kind of a luck-based minigame, but you know what I mean. Point the Wii Remote at the card you want to flip and press A. The key is remembering what each card is. Oh boy. And also gotta think about it, it does kind of reminds me of a mini-match from Mario Party 10, but except the fact that I feel like that Mario Party 10 mini-match is actually very unique, in my opinion, just because, well, it's all about teamwork and stuff like that, for able to remember which one of those Bowser's minions was actually going to be located in certain spots. But that's just me. Not so good start. So, anyway, and it's also worth noting for is the fact that I do apologize if my commentary gets a little bit meh at this point, because, well, unfortunately though, we can't seem to able to get the Nintendo Direct anytime soon, because, as far as I did say this from the likes of the last video, I did say that, we were expecting to get one during the forms of the middle portion of June, but apparently we don't seem to get it, because, as far as I'm aware, I just cannot stand able to trust rumors anymore, just because, well, I'm just getting tired and also sick of the forms of leaks, rumors, that just like to troll you out. So, but as far as I'm aware, they did try to say that they will do it at some point during the forms of by the end of June, which is roughly a day before Cuphead DLC, along with Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, and heck, even especially noticeable when we get... she got very lucky right there. But my guess is that, yep, all of my cards are totally straight down. This is a joke. But anyway though, yeah, because there was also another game that's coming out at the very end of June, which appears to be Rabbids, I would say a Party of Legends, I think that's what it's called anyway, for the Nintendo Switch, which, kind of think about it, that game does remind me of Super Mario Party, because obviously, much like that game, you have to utilize Joy-Con controllers instead of utilizing the Switch Pro controller, and also you can't play the game on handheld mode, so you have to play it on TV mode or tabletop mode, so that begs the question for it, so... And unfortunately though, that particular... I don't really necessarily need it, but I guess that goes it for this point, so... So I better need to get a green for this, because if I somehow don't, then I'm gonna be blaming on that yellow player, so... So it turns out it's actually a platinum, I think, anyway, so... Oh, I really definitely need to get that wild Mii over there. In Walk-Off. So, hopefully I should be able to actually win this, unlike the other 2 minigames we just played. So, yeah, what those wild Miis can do is the fact that you can actually choose between either 5 different colors based off of which specific color you want to pick from those specific Miis. Like, for example, if I was trying to win this minigame right here, and basically the only options I do need to pick are green, yellow, red, blue, or purple. So in this case, I'm trying to go after the green. So, however, platinum choice does not count because it is very rare. So, there we go. I somehow win at long last. About time, actually. Because from that way, as I said, I really need to get that wild Mii right from the get-go, so... Anyway, so we'll select it from here, and choose green. And from here, we'll get 3 times 2. So, anyway, another thing I want to explain about this, actually... Oh, wow, I've got 10 points from that. Wow, that's actually pretty swell, I have to say. And, yeah, another thing I would like to explain about this also, that recently Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness actually got a DVD physical release date. So as a result, it's going to be releasing until next month. So, yeah, it doesn't take that long. Alright, flag phrases. It's a mad dash to the flag. Grab it first to win, but be careful not to jump the gun, do it twice and you're out. Wait for the signal and shake the Wii remote to run, and press A to do a diving grab for the flag. You know, think of like you playing any other events for certain Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games kind of scenario. And it looks like Waluigi's gonna do the gunning. And then Wario's just standing there. And then Merxy just somehow managed to able to stand there as well. But I digress, we did somehow win anyway. So yeah, pretty swell. Especially noticeable, that minigame fits very, very well because obviously we were still on summer, of course. Alright, so gonna get another wild Mii in here, and I'll choose red, so that way it'll fill up the entirety of this particular, wow, the actual red rows. And looks like he got a platinum. And trade me to somebody else. Alright, there's another wild Mii in here, so I'll definitely try to win this for sure. In Shuttle Pub, see who can take the most puppy pictures. A red viewfinder means it's in focus, blurrier shots don't count. So we have to do a little bit of a precise, you know, camera shots and stuff. Hold the Wii remote horizontally and use directional pad to move. Press 2 to snap each picture, you can take up to 10. Alright, 10 snapshots we have to able to take pictures of. At least this minigame is actually all in all pretty easy when you're fast enough. So of course that particular dog is actually based off from the likes of, I think when they firstly introduced that particular familiar dog was actually in, I would say Wii Fit, technically, if you're able to play a jogging event. So, because in certain scenarios that you will come across into one of those dog animals if you're trying to able to walk past the actual the jogging trainer of yours. That way you can able to go to the alternative route. So yeah, I thought it was worth mentioning. And it will be the most iconic thing ever during the likes of in the other games as well. Like obviously he does make an appearance in Wii Sports Resort in Frisbee. And also in here, and even Wii Fit Plus for able to actually weight your pets and stuff like that, specifically in dog's case. And aside from all that stuff though, I think that's as far as I can think about it. Alright, so it looks like that I've somehow managed to get all 10 pictures in a perfect focus. So, well, at least despite the fact that I was gonna say perfect or anything else like that, just like in let's say in the from the likes of in Mario Party Star Rush and the top 100 for the sake of the forms of you know, rolling for malls for the Star Rush minigame and Don't Look minigame in the top 100. So But anyway, so it looks like that somebody just somehow keep on getting to the actual pass space from that arrow bit down there. So, alright, I'm not exactly sure which specific Mii I'll go for, but we'll just see what happens there after we play through Space Brawl. So, yeah, aside from all that stuff though, oh, and also another thing as well, that, yeah, as I said before, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness DVD is going to be releasing until a month later, so because of that, yeah, I can't even believe it's gone super duper fast, all things considered. Oh, and another thing as well is the fact that you noticed about the fact that recently, as far as what, Maxi has already pointed things out, since joining forms have been yesterday's video of, Super Mario 3D All-Stars in the Super Mario Sunshine game. Basically though is the fact that recently, Lightyear movie just recently came out recently, so I haven't exactly looked upon that much reviews of the actual film though, mainly because I don't want to spoil the film for myself, clearly because it's one of the newest Pixar films they ever saw to release, because the last time we actually see a new Pixar film was actually Turning Red from the likes of the films of early this year, so I was expecting to go for a blue, but apparently it doesn't, because, you know, with these question mark Mii suits, they just becomes, you know, incredibly random. Oh boy, one to go from most of everyone else except for this red player, so because so far that he's actually not doing a very great luck element to it for this particular mode. Alright, next minigame we have is Copter Hoppers. Fly your helicopter around and try to pick up as many Mii characters as possible, 1 or 2 at a time. So yeah, that's a key factor right here. Hold the Wii remote horizontally and tilt it to control your helicopter, press 2 to lower your rope. Alright, self-explanatory right here. Oh yeah, I should probably also mention about this as well, I guess. That, relatively speaking, when it comes to forms of Board Game Island, for the sake of Wii Party throughout the entire of our The Moxie Toys YouTube history, that we did technically manage to able to did that particular video twice. Like, one of them back in the day was in 2012, but of course that particular video is no longer there. As I said before, just because of bad quality, and also very obnoxious commentary as well. And on top of all that stuff, we also did one in the forms of 2013, part of the forms of Capcom 74's Party collab. But obviously though, that particular video, well, despite it has a lot of views, but I will have to say for this point right off the bat though, I'm not a big fan of the forms of this sound mixing, because obviously that, well, you can still hear the game audio, well, despite the fact that another Wii Party video is no longer there anymore, just because, in addition to bad sound mixing, but also obnoxious screaming, because, well, I don't know about you, because I just feel like that 2013 videos, as far as, you know, party collabs, as far as we usually did in the past, it just feels like the sound mixing is all pretty bad and terrible, so that's why I usually suggest— Oh, screw you! You did replace my blue! Ah, damn you, missus. Damn you. I can't tell if it's he or she. Well, regardless of such though, it's just the fact that, well, usually relatively speaking, I didn't exactly pay attention to that kind of stuff, so when it comes to likely, between those, different gender outfits and stuff like that, so, yeah, I sort of missed paying attention to that. Alright, final set, here we go. Let's see if we can able to hopefully get some points from here. Ah, damn you. You put me to a luck-based minigame again. That's just great. That's just too great, wasn't it? So I'll just go for a yellow rocket right here, because obviously, you know, Joy is all like yellowy and stuff. Alright, so you better make me win for about 2nd or 3rd. Thank you. Okay, that's even good. I'll take it, because 2nd place might not be so bad. Especially noticeable, one of those red players is in 1st. Finish. I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, not much else to complain about. Alright, so let's see what he has to choose. Of course, he goes for Wild Me right here, and replace, I would say, I don't know what I usually call it that, but I didn't pay attention to that whatsoever. But at the very least, I got the green, so I should be alright for this. So, yeah, because as a result of that kind of stuff, though, I think that's as far as I can talk about, because, well, relatively speaking, because, we are getting close towards the halfway point in terms of, well, you know, 2022 already. So, because of that, though, hopefully we should able to actually get clarified to able to not only try to discuss upon more, stuff in the future, but, hopefully, though, by that time possibly until when it gets to the point until in July or something, then I can probably discuss on to you guys about the forms of some new announcements or something. So, oh, speaking of news and announcements, actually, is the fact that, I suppose I forgot to mention about this right from the start, though. Yeah, let's just get to the forms of that Mario Kart, discussion, first. Specifically, Mario Kart Tour, most likely. Excuse me. That's, there was that one point where, basically that happened on Wednesday, actually, on the 15th of June, that, Ray the Flying Squirrel has forgotten to mention about, in addition when Maxi also forgot to mention about this as well, during the course of in Super Mario 3D All-Stars in Super Mario Sunshine game, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, that, apparently though, if we managed able to actually get started with the next tour, which apparently is going to take place in Metropolis, tour at this point. So as a result though, that basically is going to be mainly focusing on a lot of city levels, I'm presuming so. But we were expecting to able to actually get this tour started during day 1, which happened on Wednesday, like I said. But apparently though, we actually stumbled across another game crash, which actually involves around technical issues or something like that. But I've honestly have no idea why they managed able to get with the actual maintenance going on back in the day, because, well, I just have no idea. Oh, and during the forms about Wednesday, actually, I recently managed able to watch not only Miss Marvel episode 2, but also part 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars. So, I pretty enjoyed those. Well, despite how most people might find Miss Marvel to be kind of weird, especially noticeable because it's almost like an Indian person was actually a massive fan on Captain Marvel or anything else like that. I'm going to steal your platinum, missus, because otherwise I'll give you a massive payback after what you did to me for able to steal my blues. Although, relatively speaking, I'm pretty sure one of the green players is actually going to get the blues, so it doesn't matter to me though, because I'll get some additional points from here, so I'll definitely take it just in case. And thus he was in 4th for that time, so I honestly don't mind about it at all. And it looks like all 5 of those sets is all done. So, thanks for playing, now it's time to announce the winner! And of course, the winner with 22 points is Joy! Congratulations! Yeah, Joy from Inside Out, huh? So yeah, that was actually another close call from that particular victory side of things. Like, I somehow went by 3 points from, Takisiki, I think that's what her name was. I do apologize for that mispronunciation of her name, by the way, but knows what it is when it comes to that. So, anyway, so I think we should probably end things off at this point right here. So join me tomorrow for more of Let's Play of Wii Party. Actually, gonna think about it. I'm actually gonna be decided to do double uploads for tomorrow. Because of this, though, we are going for gambling. So to begin with, let's go to spin-off first, and then bingo afterwards. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for those 2 modes. Later, fellas.